こんにちは皆さん、お元気ですか? Hello, how are you? Today grammar video number 7 of JLPT N4. Today we're going to learn how to form potential verbs. 可能動詞. This word, 可能動詞. 動詞, this means verbs. Then with that verbs, 可能, this is not adjective and it means possible. So, 可能です. It's possible. 可能じゃありません or 可能ではありません. It's not possible. In English, 可能動詞 is potential verbs. And it means you can. Yes, I can. You can. 可能動詞. This is capability or possibility, ability. For example, I can come. I can go. I can sleep. I can eat. I can drink. Like this. Actually, in JLPT N5, we already studied this form. 辞書形, this is dictionary form of the verbs, and ことができます. And here we could say we can do something. Do you remember this? If you don't remember very well about this, maybe you can watch my video 83 of JLPT N5 in the grammar video. Actually, the meaning is the same. This 可能動詞 and ことができます. But in English, you have both expressions. For example, 可能動詞 I can walk. And ことができます maybe you can say I'm able to walk. Today, we're going to learn how to form this 可能動詞. So this is going to be the first part of the video. You know we've got 3 groups of verbs in Japanese. The first group, second group, and the third group. And the third group, there are only 2 verbs. This is irregular one, so you must memorize them. So we're going to learn at first from the 3, and then second, the 2, and 1, okay? Then the first one is the third group. In group 3, there are only these 2 words. 来ます with this kanji, 来ます to come, and します to do. I'm going to tell you one important thing. You know in Japanese there are 3 groups of verbs. But in 可能動詞, these potential verbs that we're going to learn today, they are all second group. So even the third group, they're going to change to the second group. All of them are second group. 来ます to come, it changed to 来られます. The same kanji, this one き, but here we pronounce こ. 来られます. You must memorize it. します to do, and I can do できます. So different. So 来られます and できます. These are irregular one because the group 3 is always irregular and you must learn them by heart. Okay? 来られます できます. Even if this 来ます this is third group, but 来られます this is group 2 because 来られます with that ます れ this is a sound. So this is group 2. I can conjugate like this. 来られる来られない来られて来られた and します します is the third group, but できます this is group 2. Maybe you say できます without ます き is sound. So this must be the first group. No, but not like this. Because できます this is irregular one and this is group 2. So I can conjugate like this. できるできないできてできた. Even though there are only 2 verbs in the third group, 来ます and します, but actually all the compound verbs with this 来ます and します are also third group, group 3. For example, 持ってきます bring something. 連れてきます bring someone. Let's change them into 可能動詞 potential verbs. 持って来られます I can bring. 連れて来られます I can bring someone. Today you're going to learn lots of verbs. Okay? 連絡します to contact or to get in touch with someone. 連絡できます。I can get in touch. 修理します。To repair. 修理 is reparation. And 修理します the verb to repair or to fix. So 修理できます。I can fix. I can repair. Now the second group of the verbs. Instead of ます, so instead of this, you must change to られます。られます。So all you have to remember is you must add られます。始めます。to begin 始めます。without ます。始めa sound. So this is group 2. Okay, 始め。But instead of 始めます to begin, 始められます。始められます。I can begin. To memorize, to learn by heart, or keep in mind, 覚えます。覚えます。覚えられます。I can memorize it. 覚えられます。To teach, 教えます。So without ます、a sound, a. So this is group 2, 教えます。And I can teach, 教えられます。Actually, it's very easy to distinguish which verb is the second group because without mas, the last one is the sound of the vocal is a, and this is second group. But there are some exceptions, and the sound is e, so it seems like the group 1, but they are the second group. And I already made a video about this. Is the grammar video number 60 of Noken JLPT N5. And there I explained all of these verbs. So you can watch that video. One of these exceptions is this verb, 来ます. 来ます with this kanji. This is group 2. And only the sound 来ます and it seems like the third group, right? 来ます to come. But this 来ます with this kanji, this is to put on some clothes. So 着られます I can put on some clothes. 着られます Other example of these exception verbs of the second group, 起きます with this kanji, 起きます without ます ki. So it seems like the first group, but this with this kanji 起きます to get up, this is group 2, 起きます so I can get up. 起きられます So the important point, all the verbs in the second group and in the potential verbs られます The last one is the group 1, and this is the most difficult one. But in this case, it's not so difficult because group 1 always e, the vocal is e mas. But this e changed to a sound, a mas. You know, a mas, this is group 2. So all the verbs in the first group, in the potential verb, it's gonna be the second group. 書きます to write, And without ます き E sound in the vocal, but it changed to A. So 書きくけ書けます It means I can write 書けます The verb to make 作ります without ますり E sound, but we must change to A. ラリルレロラリルレレ作れます I can make it 作れます The verb to see someone or to meet someone 会います without ます E. This E sound must change to A. So it's very easy. 会えます 会えます I can see him 会えます返します to give back 返し without ますし So this part し you must change to A sound さしすせそせ返せます I can give it back 買います to buy then I can buy instead of E 買えます Look at these two verbs 買いますExactly the same pronunciation Kaimasu with this kanji is to buy. But kaimasu with this kanji is to have some animals as a pet. Looking at kanji, this one, kaimasu, here this part is kai, shell. When you see this shell in many kanjis, in the part of the kanjis, it means money. So kaimasu here, this is to buy. And this kanji, the left part, this is very similar to tabemasu, right? Tabemasu, to eat. So you give your pets, you give your animals something to eat. In mas form, the intonation is exactly the same. Kaimasu, kaimasu. In the dictionary form, the intonation changes. Kaimasu, to buy, kau, kau. And to have some animals, kau, kau. And te form and ta form, also the intonation, katte, to buy, katta, and to have some animals as a pet, katte, katta. The potential form of kaimasu, kaemasu. So the potential mas form is the same intonation. Kaemasu, I can buy. Kaemasu, I can have a pet. Before quiz, let's practice how to do this quiz. What I want you to do in the quiz is like this. At first, I'm going to show you the verb like this, shinjimasu. Then, the first thing that I want you to do is to write it down, just as did, shinjimasu. And the second thing, you must distinguish which group, 1, 2, or 3. In this case, shinjimasu, this is irregular of the group 2. So you must write 2, the second group. Shinjimasu, second group. And the third thing, you must change into the potential verb. As you know, this is the second group. So, 信じられます. 信じられます. And the fourth, you must write the meaning in English. It means 信じます, to believe. 信じられます, can believe. 2番目、言います。言います。Then you write it down. The first thing, 言います。The second thing that I want you to do, you must know which group. 1, 2, or 3. 言います without must, 言い。So this is first group. So you write 1, group 1, 言います。And the third thing that I want you to do, to change into potential verb. Do you remember how to do it? 言えます。言えます。Okay? The fourth thing, 言います。To say. 言います。To say. 言えます。I can say. 3番目、開けます。Then, the first, you must write it down. 開けます。Second, you must know which group. Without mas, ke sound. So this is group 2. So you write 2. 開けます。Then, you must change into the potential verb. 開けられます。Because it's very easy. Once you know which group, then it's very easy to convert. 開けられます。The fourth, the meaning. 開けます。To open. 開けられます。I can open. 4番目。借ります。So the first thing, you must write it down. 借ります。And the second thing that you have to do, you must distinguish which group. 借ります。Maybe you think without must, this is E sound. So this is group 1. But no. This is not group 1. This is the irregular one. The special one. So this is the second group. So second group. And now you know this is second group. So the changing is very, very easy. 借りられます。借りられます。And the last one, the translation. 借ります。To borrow. 借りられます。I can borrow. 5番目。読みます。The first, you write it down. 読みます。And second, which group? Without must, み、読み、い sound. み。Then this is group 1. you will write group 1. And the third, you must change into potential verb. Group 1, you must change E sound to A sound. So this is me. Ma, mi, mu, me, mo. Ma, mi, mu, me sound. Yomemasu. And the last one is the translation. Yomimasu, to read. Yomemasu, can read. 6番目、行きます。So write it down. 行きます。Then we must know which group. Without mas, ki. So very easy. This is group 1. 行きます。Group 1. And you know that this is group 1 and the potential verb E sound to A sound. So this mas. Ki. This is ki. かきくけこ。かきくけ。け。So 行けます。And the last one, translation. 行きます。To go. 行けます。can go. 7番目。出ます。出ます。At first you write it down. Then which group? Without mas. で。で。え。So this is group 2. 出ます。Group 2. And the potential verb. 出られます。出られます。The first, the meaning. 出ます to go out. 出られます I can go out. 8番目。遊びます。遊びます without mas. B. E sound. So this is group 1. 遊びます。Then 可能動詞。遊べます。Because バビブベボ。ビバビブベボ。遊べます。The meaning. 遊びます to play. 遊べます I can play. 9番目。運転します。運転します。This is compound verbs. 運転 and します。Right? So this is group 3. Group 3. And do you remember what is the します and 可能動詞 potential verb? 運転できます。運転できます。And now the translation. 運転します。To drive. To drive a car. 運転します。運転できます。I can drive. 10番目。The last one. I'm a little bit tired of speaking so much. 乗ります。乗ります。Then, which group? Without mas. り。らりるれろ。Oh, sorry. り。乗ります。This is group 1. And so, らりるれろ。り。あれ。乗れます。乗れます。And the last one translation. 乗ります。To get on. 乗れます。I can get on. Now a quiz time with 10 verbs. I'm gonna show you the verbs. So maybe you can write them down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. You write all those verbs. And after you can do your exercises, okay? And you do remember? The first I show you, so you write it down. And the second thing that you have to do is you must know which group of the verb. And the third, you must change to potential verb. 可能動詞. And the fourth, the last one, the translation. What is the meaning of these verbs? 1番目、食べます。食べます。2番目、貸します。貸します。貸します。3番目、勝ちます。勝ちます。勝ちます。勝ちます。4番目、います。います。猫がいます。います。5番目、歩きます。歩きます。歩きます。歩きます。歩きます。6番目、合格します。合格します。合格します。合格します。合格します。7番目、来ます。 来ます。来ます。来ます。8番目。入れます。入れます。入れます。9番目。寝ます。寝ます。寝ます。10番目。最後です。泳ぎます。泳ぎます。泳ぎます。泳ぎます。泳ぎます。We learned how to form potential verbs today. 可能動詞. And this is the first part. In the second part, I'm gonna show you how to make sentences using 可能動詞. I hope you could understand how to form the verb in potential form. And if you liked it, please don't forget to give me a like. And if you didn't subscribe my channel yet, please do it so that you can go on learning Japanese with me. And I really hope that you can help me sharing my videos with your friends. いかがでしたか？今日は可能動詞の作り方を勉強しました。あまり難しくなかったと思います。今日は可能動詞のパート1で、この次はパート2です。そのパート2ではいろいろな文を作っていきましょう。このビデオが少しでも役に立ったなと思ってくださったら、ぜひいいねボタンとチャンネル登録忘れないでお願いいたします。そして私のビデオをお友達にシェアして、そのように応援してくださったら本当にすごく嬉しいです。ぜひお願いいたします。皆さんの日本語のレベルが少しずつアップしていくように、私も頑張っていきますから応援してください。ではまた次のビデオでお会いできるのをとても楽しみにしています。ぜひいらしてください。じゃあね。バイバイ。